Okay, hello there my dear crows, Satori here, and finally the Bloodborne casual run is back. And yes, I know, SatoriEC got the Heaven's Reach update. I am aware of it. But I am giving the game time for other players to catch bugs and the developers fix them before I even touch the dang thing. Not to mention, for some reason, while I'm really eager to play it, I'm not in the mood to stream it. Which is a problem. Really. So I'm trying to give myself time to adjust to the idea of playing the update. And as such, why we're doing this instead. Here's what Satori's stats look like. Everything that is just a base 20 is not going to move from that. That's just how those stats are going to look from now on. Everything that's 25 will continue to be leveled up. And I did the old-fashioned Bloodborne grinding method because I don't have online. Which means my patience was managing to be around for me to do that. Since I have another hunter named Gabriel, I've been having to do the same thing for him. It's been fun. I could honestly, a month's worth of membership would be more than enough. Only costs $10, but the problem is, currently my account has 26, so that's literally cutting my money in half. And I don't like to get the account lower than a certain point. 20 is as low as I'm comfortable with it being. Going to 10 or 5 is what bothers me. And because I don't have a source of income, well, yeah, I try to be careful, so I have not tried to buy online. Constan's the only one who has the Cheaty Chalice dungeon thing, and that's because she had it when I had online. And when it runs out, the dungeon stays. But it's useless to her unless I feel like maxing out her arcane, which I don't feel a desperate need to do. Anyway, Satori here is ready to go. And obviously by where I'm standing, you know what we're about to do. And by the way, I hope you can hear the audio and me okay. I actually have 2 of my fans on right now. It was like 80 or 90 yesterday. And wow, that really sucked. I actually had a hard time sleeping. Usually it's the opposite when it's hot. I get heat exhaustion. But it's nighttime right now and it's cooler. My window fan is doing its job bringing the cool night air into my room, and my other fan, which is on the floor, it's one of the ones that rotates back and forth when you do the setting, but right now it's just set on me. And it's on me, obviously. So I feel pretty comfortable at the moment, but if you can hear them, I am sorry. But there was no way I was turning off my fans. And on a final note, my left arm is still bothering me. But I've been able to play Bloodborne for the past several days, and it's been okay with breaks, so occasionally I'm going to put the controller down to rotate my arm and stretch, or just have my arm lay flat. Okay, here we go. I'm skipping cutscenes because this is a casual run and we don't care about cutscenes.
Remain wary of the frailty of men.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, go away. Right in the nose. Oh dear. Come off. You jumped toward me and I ran toward you. too soon. Okay, stop. I can't see. Crap. I don't remember if it went to okay, that's not terrible. I need to be careful. Case in point. Case in point. You said you could do that. Got my skill to level 25. Okay, well I used Duchess Sefka's blood vial, so that's gone now. Ding! Should I let this one play? Why not?
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence.
I tell you I will not forget our adage. Says the guy who kept using the blood, despite the fact he knew what bad effects it was having on people, but whatever. And it's fear the blood, period, not just the old blood. You know what, I should restock my blood vials. Well, I don't know, I think it's fine. Yeah, if I was down to 10, I'd be a little more concerned, but this is okay. I'm not going to get into lore, because I'm just not that good with the lore. And any lore I previously discussed comes from sources I have looked at repeatedly. I'm not a lore hunter, I'm not good at that kind of thing. Hello, goodbye. But I can say there is no organization in Yharnam that I like. All of them have done things that, morally, are just bad. Once upon a time I liked Bergenworth because I didn't think they did anything. But then the DLC happened and, well, that was no longer true now, was it? They can justify it however they want, but they did something horrible. And I can't hear that.
The password.
Should I even ask how you just spoke to me? I love the fact I take his skull when I leave. Okay, so goal of the stream is to try to get through the Forbidden Woods. Pretty sure I can manage. Although my head hurts a little bit, so I'm not sure how well that's gonna go. It did not hurt a few minutes ago. Well, it didn't hurt a few minutes before I started streaming, so I was doing a series of tests for audio because of my fans, and my head was okay, but now it's kind of starting to hurt. Did I not drink plenty of water when I got up? Oh, I did. I drank a nice big full glass. Get out of here. Oh, pebbles, goody. Can you stop that? Once was enough. You don't need to keep doing it. My model's turning again. It always seems to do that. Oh, crummity. Okay, you know what? No. No. We're not doing this. Neither of us were close enough. I won in the end though, so who cares? Yes, I know I'm using the current camera instead of Ludwig's blade, okay? It was a matter of extreme debate for me. I even went on to some Reddit forums and asked people their opinions. Well, I read people's opinions. I don't have a Reddit. Honestly, it comes down to what a person likes more, but I do like a really heavy-hitting weapon, and I have noticed that the Kirk hammer is more preferable in some cases, but in others, I dislike it. Honestly, I'm trying to get used to it, and if I really can't, then I will absolutely go back to the Holy Blade. But the Kirk hammer hits super effing hard. It's slow. But it's a giant thing of stone, what are you expecting? I can say that you probably couldn't convince me to use the hammer in Monster Hunter World, though. I've tried it, and I couldn't with it. It was too slow. My compromise was the switch axe, I think. And Satori is not doing that until the end of the game, just like Coulson. Because by then, I should at least be reasonably strong enough to handle it. Okay, I should probably put some things away. Yeah, I'm not going to need all these with me. Put that away. Okay. Discard 2. Was there anything else? Yes. Bang. You know, I've never used that thing. When did I pick that up? I don't hate the idea of equipping it. You know what? I'll put it on there. I'm not losing out on too much base attack. Okay. Again, I know it's been a long time since I updated this, but guys, Blood Echo grinding the old-fashioned way sucks after you use the Cheaty Chalice dungeon. And my patients died a slow, horrible death a very long time ago, so I actually usually don't have the patience to do the old-fashioned way. Satori, you have grinding help guides on your YouTube channel. Yeah, I do. I also made an updated version because there's new stuff I had discovered that I decided to add. That still doesn't make it any less tedious and really annoying. Just because I know how to do something doesn't make it any less frustrating, guys. Wow, I suck. I was trying to swing properly, but I failed to target him, and that's when he got me with his torch. I suppose I was supposed to... Yeah. Okay, see, what I did for my weapons was, I went to... Why is the name suddenly escaping me? Hypogean Gale? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know. Either way, I went there near the end of SatoriEC's echo grinding because I knew that I would get more blood echoes there, as well as getting level 2 weapon upgrade materials, which I was very keen on. It is a good area for echo grinding, don't get me wrong, but early game, if you don't know what you're doing and you're not actually good at the game, it's not actually something I'd recommend. Oh. Oh dear. I did not just miss. Sorry, I've got a lot of stamina. Not that I particularly needed that Wandering Madness. Well, I will need twin bloodstone shards for when I get my gun. Now. Fido. Now, I would say I just ignore these guys, but there are items up here. No. Stop. Now, get away. We should probably talk about the elephant in the room, though, Infinity Nikki. I meant what I said, that I want to play it, but I don't want to stream it. Which, I've come across this issue before, when I'm streaming things. The Heavens Reach is a new update, which means it's new content, and to my mind, that falls under the category of this is a first-time playthrough. Now I know what you're thinking. How many times have I streamed first-time playthroughs of story content for that by now? Look, my brain doesn't like doing it, okay? I've managed to do it a few times. I managed to get through Fatal Frame 2's remake, but I started having issues with it near the tail end. I haven't gotten past the issue where my brain just doesn't like to do that. So I'm thinking I might not be able to do blind reaction to Heaven's Reach, and you'll have to wait till we get to that point on the secondary account. Which, I know that sucks, but guys, I don't do first-time playthroughs of things. And yes, that does bring up the issue of when I've caught up with my main account, what happens when there are story updates at that point. I think it means I play them on my account first, and then I play them on the secondary account. It's funny, but it also really annoys me, because I really hate the situation, but I can't change it. I just don't like doing first-time playthroughs. But my mind just doesn't like it, and my mind tends to win most situations.
Oh, glory be.
Yeah, just give me the tonsil stone. Shut up, mate. I don't think these guys can break out of their cages, but I'm gonna kill them anyway. Should I bother going over here? Nah, not yet. Ow. Okay, I did say my arm isn't really 100%, and I wasn't kidding. Well, it's been 20 minutes, no surprise. I haven't taken a break. There's Satori, why are you even bothering to stream when there's still an issue? Because I want to stream, but I haven't been able to because of my dang arm. And then it got hot. Summer is the worst time for streams for me. Like, in case anyone has missed the memo, aka people who aren't in the Discord, despite the fact it's highly recommended for news, I uploaded a video regarding that. Quit barking at me, get over here. Okay, I'm less scared of those things now that I know how to kill them efficiently. But yeah, SatoriEC, I'm probably not going to cover Heaven's Reach for a long time, okay? That's just gonna be how it is. I keep thinking about it and trying to get myself in the mood to stream it, and it's just not working. And I know if I try to force the issue, the stream is gonna effing suck and get cut off. It has happened before. I have video evidence to the fact where I forced myself to play a game on stream when I wasn't actually in the mood to do it, and then stream was like 30 minutes long. To me, that's a really crap stream. I'm sure other people would probably agree. It's a crummy stream. Super short. One of my favorite arcane tools right there for PvP. Not that I PvP, but it's helpful when you don't like to deal with invaders and you can just knock them down. Or off a cliff. There are people who troll and do that. Personally, I'm just bad at PvPing. I'm not great at the game, period, so going up against an actual player is not my idea of fun. I don't PvP in games. So usually it's AI hunters, ow, that I'm using the beast war against. It knocks them down, gives my stamina time to recover, and me time to try to figure out my next move. On the fly, mind you, but hey, it's not like I got a choice. Hello. I thought I had just a little bit of this there. He just told me I didn't. Dude, can you back off for 10 seconds? I'm fighting the big guy. Obvious trap is obvious. Ow. I couldn't see for a second there because of my webcam. I might need to get the TV a little higher. Which means I'm gonna need my brother's help to move it. Or at least hold it up while I adjust the stand. But I kid you not, my webcam is blocking a part of the bottom area of my TV. It's not an intense block, but it's enough that this is a hindrance. Got that. And allow me to say this about anyone who has issues with my Infinity Nikki plans. I'm sorry, but too bad. If you've been around here long enough, you know I do not do first-time playthroughs. It's just not what I do. I'm not good at them, and I end up discontinuing the playthrough most of the time. Ultimately, I just didn't ever start trying to do them because I knew my own mind well enough that I didn't even try. Infinity Nikki, though, honestly, any game that's the gacha, that's designed like that, you don't get to make save files. You just have to make a whole extra account. Which is why I'm saying you're not going to see my fresh reactions to Heaven's Reach. And you're going to have to wait to see that story content from my channel until the secondary account catches up. I'm not saying you won't see it, I'm just telling you you're going to have to wait. Because my mind doesn't like first-time playthroughs. If you think it's ridiculous, then, well, that's just what you think. I know how my brain works, okay? I'm not dissing you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just telling you that you can't get upset with me when I know my own incapabilities and capabilities. I know myself enough to know that what I can and cannot do. That's not a flaw. That's me understanding how my own brain works. Is the way my brain works frustrating? I never denied that. For goodness sake, I go through OCD, guys. That's frustrating enough right there. And I can't control how that reacts to situations. It has been the source of many inconveniences at best, and annoyances at worst. But I've learned to live with it. Me not liking first-time playthroughs is an entirely different matter, however. It still falls under the same category of this is just how my mind works, and I can't change that. If you don't like it, then feel very free to unsubscribe from my channel and watch someone else's content. I won't complain about it. You just need to understand ahead of time that this isn't something I control. It's how I work. I don't like it, but there's nothing I can do about it. Again, I have tried to force myself to play games on stream when I am not actually in the mood and it doesn't go well. Stream sucks and is short. Or I just end up not doing it, period, because I know it's going to end badly before I even try. I mean, for goodness sake, one of the last Infinity Nikki updates was recorded instead of streamed because I just wasn't in the mood to stream it. I barely wanted to play it, but I wanted diamonds for pulls, so I forced myself to record it. I managed to get through it, but it took me over the course of 2 or 3 days to finally really be in the mood to put the effort forward. That's just my situation, friends. You can dislike it all you want, but I'm the one who's actually living through it constantly. First-time playthroughs aren't my thing. I'm not complaining. I'm not trying to shut you down on your complaints if you have them. I'm explaining to you the situation. And that there's quite literally nothing I can do to improve it. Oh, it's you. Well, that was a very poor dodge choice. So, I hope clear on the situation regarding Infinity Nikki. I will do what I can when I can, but I can't guarantee you constant, fresh content reactions whenever there's a story update. And if I'm 100% certain I can't do Heaven's Reach, then I'm just not going to I'm just going to have to tell you no, you're not going to see it until I catch up with the secondary channel, okay? Channel? Account. I know it sucks, but this is how it is. I don't like it either. I really don't. I would love to show you my fresh reactions, but I just don't have it in me. But ultimately, that's what makes it good about the secondary channel. Account, not channel. Secondary account means that I can do it on my main account, on my own time, and then with the secondary account, you still get to see the content. If there are times in the future where it's different and I can play on my main account, awesome, great. Because obviously I've been able to do that before. It's just sometimes I cannot in this case. I will tell you, I'm going to give it a few more days and see if I can get myself into the mood. Although we're also going to have to wait for the forecast to calm down because it's hot again. But I am going to try. I'm making you no promises, but I will try to stream the SatoriEC. I'm promising you nothing, but I'm going to try. That's all I can give you, is a try. If that's not good enough for some of you, I'm sorry. But that is all I can give you, is I will try. And I'm not going to go in depth regarding how my mind works, because that will take a while, and I don't think we need that in this video. I'm not saying I don't want to talk about it, I'm just saying it's going to take a bit. And I'm very unfortunate tendency to go off topic and ramble. Something I do all the time, and it's something we just don't need. At some point I can try to do a video about it, but I'm honestly not sure how many people actually really care. You know, obviously you care if I'm not showing content from first prime reaction, possibly. But I've made it clear many times that I don't do first time playthroughs often. So anyone who complains about the lack of that, well, you should know better by now. I have activated Yosefka, haven't I? Hope so.
Oh! Blimey, don't scare me like that. On a night like this. Oh, that thing had me... Well, would you know of any...
I literally just watched you eating them.
Well, I'll be. It's about... Well, you're giving me hope. Take this. Thank you. I can't very well...
I find it incredibly fascinating that he actually is a full-on beast, but he controls his transformation. And he's lucid. I want to find some lore about him that anyone might have patched together. Because he is a very interesting character. Most people, when they change, they don't really maintain lucidity. Okay, no. That's the great part about the 30K, it has slight distance. Ow. Okay, I need to rest my arm for a minute here. Says as I go grab an item real quick. Yeah, my priorities are real straight, aren't they? I need to open this. I need the shortcut. Then I can rest my arm. Okay, there. I'll talk to you in a second. No. Just let me have a minute to rotate, stretch my arm, and let it sit. It probably would have been wiser to just wait till it was 100%. Honestly, I need to call a doctor. Because this has happened before. But it's been worse this time around. It's getting better now, but it's still an issue. And it always feels worse when I'm holding a game controller. And that was when I first ever noticed it, because my arm would start hurting when I held a game controller. I would take breaks, wait a few days, and go back to it, and it would start all over again. Like, there was one time, the first occasion it happened, that my arm hurt so badly that I had to lay down on my bed and keep my arm straight and flat. And I just couldn't get up. Because every time I tried to move my body and just very barely tilted my arm, it hurt. I was like that for a whole day. It hasn't gotten to that point again, not severely, but I did have a lot of tightness in the area at one point several weeks ago that concerned me greatly. Maybe not several weeks ago, but like a week ago. I'm not sure exactly when it started getting bad again, but there was a moment during a day where it was very tight and painful. I don't know if it's a muscle or a nerve, but all I can tell you is that it bloody hurts. Right now it's manageable, but I have to take breaks and put the controller down, rotate my arm, stretch it, and just let it lay straight as I possibly can while I'm sitting right here. I'd apologize for the inconvenience, but this is personally inconveniencing me way more than it's inconveniencing any of you. If that sounds rude, then you should probably think about why you're inconvenienced. I'm sorry, but you should. My arm hurts. I have to rest it. If anyone wants to get on my case about having to take a break, then, you're unreasonable. It hurts. I'm not the type of person who can just work through pain. There are people who are like that, but I'm not one of them. I have to rest my arm. I'm not saying all people who watch my content are going to be unreasonable like that, but I know that there can be people who are like that. And I'm making it clear here and now I'm not going to tolerate it. Like, when someone's in pain, you can't expect them to feel better on your timetable. That's not how it works. Ow, my finger popped when I moved my fingers. Okay, I don't need extra pain, body. Ow. I was just trying to flex them, and another one popped, but that one didn't hurt, but okay, fine. Everything's popping right now. I can still feel it hurting right there. It's better now, but I know a few minutes after I pick up the controller again, it's going to get worse. Okay, you know what? For my own well-being, I'm going to have to call a stream. 40 minutes isn't terrible. It's better than 30. Although after I edit out the starting soon screen, it's probably going to be at 30. Look, I'm sorry. I tried, but if I take frequent breaks during stream, I'm going to personally dislike all that wasted airtime and how much of it I have to edit out. Don't like, don't want. So I'm just going to call this. And I think I will just honestly have to wait until my arm is better to try streaming. Because I personally don't want to take constant breaks. And any of you who find it inconvenient for your own time, it's like, I'm sorry, but F off. Friend, you have terrible timing. I'm about to call stream because I'm in pain. Thank you for popping in, though, but your timing is horrendous. Well, now I feel bad, but I have to stop. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is just not a good night for me, unfortunately. I knew it was a possibility, but I tried anyway. Probably a very dumb call on my end. Again, sorry, but my arm is effing killing me. I'm calling it. I just won't stream again until my arm is not hurting, and I am absolutely going to see a doctor soon, because this is not good. I'm wishing all of you well and happy. Hopefully none of you end up in weird pain.